Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm going to show you amazing Masse shots and how to do them, all with the help of the IQ training ball. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this first shot, I have to give a little plug here for my inspiration for this one. This one is from Florian Kohler. He did a video on running ghost ball racks, and he had a shot come up like this. He had a tough position shot, and he had a shot that came up like this. And what he did is he elevated his cue up and hit with top right English. He pocketed the ball into the side. The cue ball came this way and then turned back around and came this way for position on the next ball. It was absolutely crazy. And today I'm also debuting the IQ snooker ball. So if you are an English player and want this now, it also comes in snooker sizes as well as American pool sizes. So this shot right here, to perform it, we're going to have to hit a little above center or below center. Either works really. And the direction of where we want to go. So if we want to go to the right, we need to use right English. If we want to go to the left, we need to use left English. So it would look either like this or like this. Now if you use too much bottom, you will most likely just do like that. So we kind of want to spin backwards more. We need a highly elevated cue for this shot. So it'll look something like this. Just like that. So it'll look like that. See the cue ball comes and it hooks. I actually overhit it a bit there, but we can bank this or we can cut it into the corner. It's easier than the shot we just played there. But you see we have to elevate so much, a bridge doesn't really work because our tip gets too close to the table, so we're going to have to air bridge it, hit down on it like that, and you should be good to go. It's a tough shot, but it really does come in handy all the time. Just make sure the tournament you're playing in is okay with Masse shots, because sometimes it can mess up the table, so they don't allow like jumps and Masses. But let's move on to the next Masse shot. So this one's more of an 8-ball shot. It could be a 9-ball shot if you were on this ball, but it looks something like this. So we're like this. We cannot pot the 8 directly. I know this makes 0 sense with the ball layout, but just go with it. We're just trying to make the 8. And so, but we do not have the angle to just use straight left spin to come back and make the 8. We do not have that angle. It's blocked off by the 6. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to curve our cue ball just a little bit. So we're going to have to elevate, not too much like last time, but a good bit, and hit with low in whatever direction you want to come off of the rail. So looking at it from this way, if we want to come to the left, we need low left English. If we're going this way, or if we're on the other side, other half of the table, we're going to need some right spin. I'll show you exactly where we need to hit. This is the American pool IQ, and it usually takes place around these diagonal lines right here. So we're going to go into the rail, off of it, and then pot that 8 into the side. And here it is. Now this one is more similar to the first shot that we played in this video. So we're going to take the 6 ball, put it up there. We're on the 1, and we're stuck like this. Now this isn't a good position if you don't know this shot. So both of the balls are touching each other, and they're both touching the rail. Now you can't stroke your way out of this. Maybe if it was a few like millimeters back, you could try to play like a stroke shot, which really doesn't work half of the time, most of the time. But if we have an angle like this, and we know this shot, it actually can be a good angle. Because with a Masse shot in this position, we can aim into the rail and make the ball, and look where our cue ball goes. Or we can even aim outside the rail. Even better cue ball position. So if you have a shot on the rail like this, the ideal way to go is to masse your cue ball and aim over here. So you're going to elevate up, use some low right, make the one, and then you spin out. So the one thing you need to worry about though is making the one ball. Position on the 6 in this case is really natural. But making that one ball is difficult because when you masse the cue ball, this ball slows down. So when you masse like that, the more masse you add, the slower this ball will go. So just keep that in mind. So to hit that, we're going way down here. So our cue ball is sitting like this, and we're hitting way down here on low right. Even if we're aiming into the rail, we want to use low right. So you can do this with a wide variety of angles, even stuff like sometimes snooker players have a shot like this, and they're playing it, and they want to get on the 6 next. So they'll do something like that. Another thing you need to keep in mind with the object ball is this ball will be thrown. And what I mean by that is if you add right spin to the cue ball, this ball will go more to the left. I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to line these two balls up to where it goes straight into this point, just like that. I'm going to put right spin, which will put this ball to the left. I miscued. Right spin, that's why I need chalk. I didn't chalk up before I shot that. So right spin, with this shot right here, they're going straight into the rail at this point. Now we may not pocket it, but it's not going to go into the rail at that point. You see? It went into the rail at this point instead of here. So it threw a good inch. So you see the ball is going to veer off direction depending on what kind of English you put on your cue ball. Now this shot right here is one of my absolute favorites. So what we're going to do is we are going to hit this cue ball up around the 6, around the 4. It's going to go into the rail, back out of the rail, back around the 4, and pocket the 1 into the corner. So this is obviously a tough shot. I'm actually going to use a Masse cue for this. And I'll put where you can get this Masse cue down in the description, but it's shorter, it's heavier, and it has a wider tip. So it makes Masse shots really easy. I wouldn't say really easy, but it makes it easier. So, we are going to hit this ball with low left English because we want to come off of this rail back to the left. So low left English, and we're going to aim for about the 3rd diamond up there. So we're aiming at this angle, and we're going to aim with low left English and hit really hard. And we're going to have to elevate our cue pretty much a full 90 degrees. So all the way sticking straight up in the air is where we need to have our cue elevated. So all the way up straight in the air, low left English, make sure you're chalked up, and the key to the shot is following through until your tip hits the table. That leaves a little white mark on the table that goes away in about 30 minutes. It's called a burn mark because the cue's going so fast. But it goes away in 30 minutes, and that's how you put a stroke on a Masse shot. That's the only way you'll get a good stroke on a Masse shot, which is why some pool halls don't allow it, because they don't want that 30-minute white mark there. But here's the shot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button on this video. If you haven't already, press the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it. That just sends you emails and notifications saying when I upload a new video, and it keeps you in touch with the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my sponsors down below, including the IQ and Brutal Game Gear, my apparel sponsor. I'm also sponsored by Miyuchi with my Q, so thank you to them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.